you said you don't want to talk about negativity, but it's always good to be informed of what's going on in the world at the same time.
Oh, all right. Well, do you want to bring me up to speed then? Because I don't actually know much about it.
Well, I don't know the full ins and outs. I think the police actually shot the guy because it was a stabbing. Basically, there's footages of police going into McDonald's and telling everyone to leave. It's like a terrorist scene, but it's just a short clip anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. The coronavirus is getting really serious. I mean, that's really scary.
Yeah, mate. It's all doom and gloom. That's the problem.
And you obviously said Sunday you can't believe it, but you know what it is? There's two theories I have. Time is obviously flying quicker, which is what they said in most religions. That's another sign of end times.
That time will start to go by quicker.
Yeah, like weeks will fly by. Like a week will fly by like that kind of thing.
Is there any prophecy that mentions that this will happen at the end times?
Isn't there? I swear in the biblical, there's one. There's a line. I think I can't remember the Corinthians, or it was something like along the lines of Jesus will come like a thief. Like a thief
in the night. Yeah, I'm familiar with that one. But the trouble is, we get so familiar with these sort of sayings that we sort of take it as read without actually knowing the reason why or the quote that proves it. Do you know what I mean?
It's the interpretation on how you see it. I mean, at the end of the day, what he's trying to... I mean, everything's a parable at the end of the day. Like, especially with old religions, some people weren't as on, like, common sense ain't too common, so, like, most people don't understand it. I mean, so for them to make it easier to understand, they turn it into parables.
Okay. So how much of your scripture do you take literally and how much do you take metaphorically? How do we know?
Well, no, it goes back and forth on what science... I mean, at the end of the day, everyone is on the ideology of Darwinian. However, I see it more to it because I've seen knowledge been taken away from basically normal... Like, what the knowledge I'm talking about is the kind of knowledge or the experience, or should we say, that you can't measure in the lab.
Okay.
Like unexplainable. Like, there can't be coincidences that happen. Like, how many times have you thought of someone and they ring? That just can't be a coincidence. It's a phenomenon.
Can't it?
No, it can't be because, bro, everyone happens to. It happens to everyone at least once or twice.
It would be, I know, but it would be more of a coincidence if there were no coincidences.
Yeah, but, okay, I even did a test with one of my ex-girlfriends. I mean, this is what I'm saying. It's a conscious bond that you build. And I actually did this experiment with her because as we were watching Sheldrake, and I said, let's try that. I was like, let's mention something and then let's just talk about a subject and then see what happens. And then the next few days, it was either on TV or on the news. And I was like, see? And then she still wasn't convinced. And I said, all right, go to sleep, but not tonight. Sometime during the week, go to sleep with the intention of me phoning you up and saying, let's go to so-and-so restaurant or something.
Okay.
Yeah, so she went into sleep again, like the Edgar Casey. We're trying to, if you can tap into that. So she kind of did that, and then one morning I phoned her up. I was like, "Yo, I've got like this idea. Should we do this?" She goes, "That's mad. What you just said, it worked. It can't be. So I said, "Fine, try it again." Then she was one time. Then she phoned me up. She was shaking on the phone. I was like, "What's wrong with you?" She goes, "I can't believe what you told. What have you taught me?" And I go, "I don't know what you're talking about." She goes, "Basically, I was going through like her bedroom, cleaning it out, and she happened to stumble upon her ex's like Valentine's and all the rubbish that he got her. And then she just thought to herself, imagine he just rang, bam, her phone rings. like what are these like? So these sort of as I say, like there is something more to it, but how am I going to prove it to you? Do you see what I'm saying? If I can't
what would be proof? They say for those who believe, no proof is necessary. For those who do not, none will suffice.
The only thing I can go by is, let's forget my experience. Just understand what I'm trying to, what my premise is, and at the end of the day, use that with your art of deduction, and deduce it from your own experiences and see if there's any reality to it. Like, or is this a phenomenon, or is it a coincidence, or what is this?
But all these phenomenon that you talk about are in the realm of untangible. Like the spirituality is not what you can put your finger on. It is everything else. So we'll never prove it. That's why religions are based on faith, right?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that they are trying in the course to try and basically what they're trying to do is hit two protons against each other to try and see if they can create this vibration to see into not this realm and not the other, the spirit world or the realm, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But this is what the idea is. They're not going to come out and tell you that. They're going to come and say, "Oh, we're just trying to find out what the view of how the Big Bang started." They're going to give you a spiel that ain't really the truth, but behind the story, what they're trying to create is a window. Or
what happens if you hit two protons to each other?
Well, there's basically particles that come out of it, like neutrinos, and there's other little things that the Long Hadron Collider detector. It kind of detects all of these extra little, because they come, these subparticles come in and out of existence in split seconds. So now they're trying to work out where is this other, like where's it go to? Do you see what I'm saying? Where is it coming from? Where's the center? So these are things that they proper look into, and this is what this is where they've the Higgs boson, the God particle. This is how they were able to establish that. It was through these sort of experiments where they kind of saw the vibration. They saw one particle in particular called the Higgs boson, which John Higgs or whatever his name was theorized back in the 80s, and then now with the equipment they have, they're able to provide evidence of the Higgs boson or the Higgs boson field, as they call it, whichever one you want to, because it's what it is. The atom is without the Higgs boson, it doesn't have a weight. It's weightless. So what actually keeps the atom, electrons and protons all together, is the Higgs boson. So that's initially what gives the atom or the molecule mass.
Is it a coincidence that atom sounds like Adam?
That's where again, with the Quran, not to be funny, but isn't that closer to you than your jugular vein? If the Higgs boson they call the God particle, isn't that closer than your jugular vein?
Yes, it is. But it's just occurred to me now. Atom, is that a coincidence?
Well, no, atom, it comes from the Greek word, isn't it?
It probably is Greek, but and Adam is mankind is a red colour from the red earth, and dum is blood. I think
Adam actually in Hebrew and Persian and Arabic all means like mankind.
But I believe it comes from the red colour, Adam.
Probably, yeah.
Come on, do your thing. Google, what does Adam mean?
Hey Google.
I love it when he does that.
What does the name Adam mean?
According to Wikipedia, Adam.
According to Wikipedia, Adam is a common masculine given name. The personal name Adam derives from the Hebrew noun ha-adamah, meaning the ground or earth.
I told you. Oh, yeah.
Biblical usage has ensured that it is also a common name in all countries which draw on these traditions.
Okay, so it actually means mud or the soil.
Yeah, and I thought it denotes a red colour as well, a red colouring, or some kind of earthy brown. And it does say in the Quran that we made mankind from clay, right?
from dust basically, or it's mud material.
Mm-hmm.
Like basically everything because we have sodium, zinc, magnesium, all of that, potassium, and all of that can be found in the soil as well.
Yeah.
That's why, as well as Islam, I mean, ashes to ashes. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
The funniest one,
and of course Cassius Clay changed his name to. Well, never mind.
Muhammad.
Yeah, I'm clutching at straws now, but it is late at night.
Yeah.
Go on. What are you going to say about the Zoroastrians?
They have the funniest. The thing is, I respect the religion in the sense that because
that you follow it.
Most religions. Well, yeah. I mean, I can't deny him as a prophet.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Obviously, either way, in the Quran, in my own culture, they believe it. So,
Yeah, I was reading about today, and I've forgotten the name of them. An ancient tribe in Pakistan who predate Islam, and they still follow some kind of ancient version of possibly Zoroastrianism, possibly Hinduism. They're related to the Nuristani people in Afghanistan. Do you know Nuristan in Afghanistan?
Ahura Mazda goes back to Zoroaster, who introduced Ahura Mazda.
Yeah, which is a dualistic religion, right? Of good and evil being equally balanced, yin and yang.
Yeah. So he was the first. Yeah, he was the first. Well, Zoroaster was the first person to bring the ideology of a good and bad negativism. So his theology or his motto was good thought, good speech, and good deed, or action, because that's what it comes down to. So, but the only downfall that I just don't get is when their burial service is because they feed their bodies to the vultures in most cases usually.
Oh, when they when they die.
Bury you. Yeah, but then again, there's some religion that cremate you as well, which I don't get.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Would you prefer a burial, cremation, or?
Personally, burial, and that that's been the way for my family. But I get it. Some cultures have a different take on it. The people I was looking at, by the way, were the Kalasha people, also called Waigali, are a Dardic Indo-Iranian indigenous people residing in the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. They speak Kalasha, practicing a religion which some authors characterize as a form of animism and other academics as a form of ancient Hinduism.
We might as well mention the clowns. Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, go on.
What was the Indian guy's name? Sorry.
Harpreet Singh, the famous drunkard. Possibly.
God knows what he's on.
Yeah.
You know what? We need to ask him and find out. I wouldn't mind trying. I'll give a pass to ayahuasca and maybe try what he's in.
Maybe, well, yeah. Well, look, Harpreet Singh, if you're out there, he's normally hogging the airwaves. We can get you on. Mac wants a word with you.
No, don't say that.
No?
I just wanted to give him the big up and say, listen, yes, we also know Indians believe in reincarnation. We'll mention everything else. We might as well mention reincarnation. What's your take on that?
Oh, gosh. I mean, whether you believe in heaven, heaven and hell is a kind of a reincarnation. Some people believe in a physical rebirth.
That's resurrection. That's different.
Well, it's similar, isn't it? It's the idea that there's more to life than just this physical life.
Well, the thing is, I swear Hindus even Buddhists, I think they do as well. They believe that
Buddhists.
You reincarnate Buddhist monks as well.
I believe the concept is samsara. This continuing cycle, yeah.
But that it wouldn't make sense. Imagine.
I've heard that the Druze people believe that. Are you familiar with the Druze? They're an ethno-religious group from Syria and Lebanon. I believe they believe in reincarnation. Or
Let me explain something about. Did you know in Islam, everyone thinks there's just two sects. There's like Sunni Shia, but there's not. There's Sufism. There's even Ismailis. Have you heard of Ismailis?
Yeah, Ismaili are the sevener, right? They as in the mainstream Shia follow the 12 Imams. Ismaili, I think, trailed off after 7. They've stopped after the 7th one.
No, it's the other way around.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm telling you, they continue.
I told you.
50. They're up to like their 50th after like the great grandson.
I know they follow the Aga Khan, but I believe, and let's go to Wikipedia, Ismailism is a branch of Shia Islam. The Ismaili get their name from their acceptance of Imam Ismail ibn Ja'far as the appointed spiritual successor for now, is he not the 7th? Wherein they differ from the 12ers who accept.
No, but they think it continues from his side, but it continues down to the 5th, like it goes on to the 50th. You understand? But there's only because Jesus says 12 disciples, Moses says 12 tribes, and Muhammad says 12 imams. But I mean, this is what it essentially everyone that comes down to. So this is what it comes. This is what the funny thing is, numerology is a really, really interesting subject to talk about as well. I don't know if you're familiar with numerology as well.
I feel like I'm about to be familiar with it, but I swear I'm onto something with this 7er. If there are any Ismaili Muslims listening, get in touch. Do they not follow the first 7 Imams and the Shia mainstream follow the 12?
No, they don't. They don't believe in. They believe in the 4th Khalifa and it stops at Ali. That's the mainstream.
No, I mean the mainstream Shia. Sorry, the mainstream Shia follow 12 Imams. Ismailis follow 7, as I understand it. And there is
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I said, this is what I'm saying. There's different sects of Shias even, but again, it's all weird. It's all it's how history is written and which source you go to, where you get. Now, my idea is.
So the Fatimid dynasty was Ismaili.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Are you using Google as well?
Yeah. I'm trying to Google. I'm trying to do everything at once here. It's not really. I'm trying to multitask. I can't do what you do and use the AI. I don't trust it. But
you know what? You lot are jokers. Just understand for the fact that you lot think that having a Google device in your phone, bro, they know more information about you from your phone than your actual Google home device. You understand? Like there was someone that was able to hack into Apple. Like you can hack, people can hack, but Apple will find out and will obviously are able to find out who did it, and then obviously get hold of the people and obviously take them to court. But someone was telling me about a story how you can actually hack into someone's phone, open the camera, listen to their mic.
Is it true?
You can make calls. Huh?
You can open someone's camera.
More than that, you can make a call from their phone without their phone. Like you can hack into their phone literally in every way possible. So you can as the phone switch on the camera, start recording the front, the back, whichever one you want.
Wow.
You can flip it. You can they're like they do that. There's people, but Apple are quite. But the Android phones are easier to hack than Apple is, apparently.
And so Android's easier to hack than Apple. They're certainly easier to use. That would make sense.
Well, yeah, but as well as that, I mean, it's like PC and Mac. You get more viruses on PC than you do on Mac, don't you?
And why is that? Because they're used Macs are used more for recreation.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Apple's, the way they programmed it, it's harder to try and, well, basically reprogram it or try and, do you see what I mean? Whereas
that used to be the beauty of a Mac. If you buy a Mac, you won't get a virus. But now, I think you can get a virus on anything.
Yeah, but I still don't see no virus on any Macs. Please tell me the last time that you know someone that has actually got I mean, I'm not talking about wear and tear. The phone. I mean, the laptop might got a blank screen or it might die on you. These are standard wear and tear issues. But when was the last time you can say you needed to? But there are certain you're right, hacks where people literally lock your computer and they make you use your credit card to get the antivirus to try and unlock your computer. Yeah, that happened to my ex as well. Like her phone, her computer.
Crime is more online now, you know. That's why we're safer on the streets, because all the criminals are online.
Well, even on the streets, daylight robbery. Have you never had people come across you? They show you like a bag and it's got a nice laptop. They're like, go to the cash.
You want to buy it straight away?
And then as soon as you come to buy it, and they switch the bags, and then you go home and you open the bag and you see it's 2 bricks weighing the same the laptop. Man. Yeah, they do all of these tricks on road, like. Yeah, some people I know have fallen for that. In Crickle, they used to do that a lot.
Madness. Well, look, Mac, do you want to round up the news? Do you want to have a look at some stories that I've got here?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we'll broach the topic of the stabbing and was he a terrorist or was he a nutter? But here is Prince William shares a frustration at lack of diversity at white-dominated BAFTAs. This simply cannot be right in this day and age. Why would Prince William care that the BAFTAs were...
Because his in-laws, she's...
Yeah, but he doesn't get on with her, does he?
That's the whole... Well,
his wife doesn't get on with Meghan.
No, but I mean, for publicity, it's good for you to try and show that you're. As I said to you,
is he
first of all, celebrities and famous people, they always have PRs and handlers. And what I mean by PRs is, as soon as the story gets out, they either pay off the people not to release the story, or or what they do is they say, you need to come to this event to try and obviously make your profile a bit better. So these are things that people tell them to do. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know. It could be he's had a few fights with Meghan and probably realized, oh my God, how can I make it up to her? And maybe this is a way to make it up to her. I don't know.
So.
It's possible. Somebody possibly, scenarios. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all human. We're all going to have the same issues. You can live in a Mercedes and you still have your heart broken, or you can have a Fiat and you still. It's the same. Like, it's just, as I said. They're the same. You can drink, but if you're poor, but even rich people, when they have depression, they just drink more expensive stuff. That's the only difference.
Yes, that's the difference. Interesting. But the royal family are actually diverse. The Duke of Edinburgh is from Greece. Most of them have got a German background.
Yeah.
The Queen is a descendant of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Are you aware of that one?
From Madrid. There's obviously a king bloodline through the king of Spain.
I've heard from the Hebrew Israelites that King Henry VIII was Jewish, was black rather.
The thing is, they say first of all, apparently, I don't know, I think I've heard it from a Jewish as well as a Muslim source, that the Jewish was saying that Moses has a lisp.
I've heard that Moses was perhaps and Harun used to speak for him, right?
Salam could be salam, but if you have a lisp, you might say shalom. Like it might be, but you see what I'm saying? But no, and the funny thing is, I think in both cultures they have it. They mention that he had a bit of either a lisp.
I think the Bible said he was heavy-tongued, and that Harun was very eloquent, or Aaron. He would speak for Musa. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
What do you think? Is there a symbolic meaning behind that?
Well, I mean, Moses is very... The funny thing is, I was watching another show about Moses, and where he actually went to I think, speak to this... Where was the mountain? What was the mountain called?
Mount Sinai.
Mount Sinai, yeah. And apparently that is in Saudi Arabia. And it's off limits.
Well, Mount Sinai is in Egypt, though.
No. That's the thing. It's kept a secret.
Oh, is this another one of those? They got the wrong location things.
No. There's one documentary. A guy was hunting for the location.
Okay.
And he even wanted to look for the mountain where, because in the biblical description they talk about palm trees arriving across the from Egypt, crossing over and reaching Saudi Arabia. Yeah. And as they come, and he explains every direction, and the guy followed it, but he saw the palm trees. Then he actually saw there was a bit of a top of the mountain where it was completely burnt.
Okay.
Where he was suggesting that's where God had, obviously, when Moses had asked God to reveal, for Moses to see him. Like, I think it was Moses said, "Look, I want to see you," and God said, "You won't be able to." And then obviously put I think a atom of himself on the mountain, and the mountain.
Okay.
Crumbled. Have you heard the story?
This is when God appeared to Moses. Is this this is not the burning bush, is it?
No. The burning bush is when he was given the actual tablets.
Okay. And what?
Okay, so that was at that point he was given his duty, and he was told what he needs to do, and given the 10 tablets. Then after that, I think it was with 60 witnesses. He asked God to reveal himself. Everyone died. He passed out. Obviously, woke up and said, "God, how am I to go and can you bring back all these 60 people back to life again?"
Okay.
At least they're my witnesses. So God obviously brought back those 60 people back to life, and then they went back to Moses to obviously testify to what they witnessed.
Yeah.
And then obviously, so that's also in history as well. So this guy was hunting all these stories that occurred and he wanted to find every location of where Moses had gone, how he traveled, and what they encountered. And it's a great show, actually. I was trying to find it and send it to you as well. But yeah.
Do you know what Moses literally means? Moshe, I think they call him in Hebrew.
I don't actually know.
I believe it comes from being plucked out of the water, or possibly dunked into water. It's, I think, emerging from water.
Oh, because he was, as a baby in a basket, he basically was delivered from the river.
That's right.
Yeah.
Go on, do your Google. What does Moses mean? Let's find out.
What's the meaning of the name Moses?
Here's a summary from the website nameberry.com. The name Rose is a girl's name of...
Not Rose, I can't hear you.
What is the meaning of the name Moses?
According to Wikipedia, according to the Torah, the name Moses comes from the Hebrew verb meaning to pull out, draw out, and the infant Moses was given this name by Pharaoh's daughter after rescuing him from the Nile.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, coming out of the water.
Which is what you said, and I finished off saying.
There you go. Together, we know it all. Yeah.
It makes sense. So now that you actually taught me, so I didn't know the meaning of that, but now, thank you for. I mean, I could have Googled that, but yeah, I didn't know. I wasn't aware of that. Thank you.
I could well be Googling. For all you know, I could well be Googling it, but I promise you, this is just from my generic trivia that's all in the back of my mind somewhere.
That's impressive. To be honest with you, I try to call myself. I mean, when I'm for the girls, it's Macalicious, but for my normal days, it's Maclopedia.
That's it.
Like,
We always need to be learning.
Yeah, of course. So that's why. So as well as that, I mean, what have you? Can you tell me a bit more about the coronavirus? I mean, obviously, you've heard about the coronaviruses and how it's spreading and how it's becoming.
I've heard how it's spreading. I keep dwelling on the fact that the normal flu virus actually kills more people than this.
I think they're lying to us about the amount of people that have died. I think it's more than that. That's why, I mean, for the guy to come out and make a national statement to say, look, this is a national crisis. It's not just in China.
Mm-hmm.
It means that in China there's at least 1,000 people dead from this virus.
Oh man! Well, I obviously I hope not. But
they're gonna say, oh, the 300. You know what? I think that 300 is 3,000. Like they just
you reckon?
That down. Yeah, they don't want the people. I mean, saying 3,000, that's gonna get everyone scared. Can you imagine?
Mm-hmm.
So, but at the same time, you wanna keep people alert, but not too scared.
Well, did you see the post of someone saying, "Oh, China banned the niqab and now they all have to wear it," as in they're all wearing a medical mask? I mean, it's quite ridiculous. I think if you believe that's how God works, then you have quite a simplistic concept of God, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, again, it depends on what your belief is. Well, I mean, I believe there is a higher power, no doubt.
I know,
but
so do I.
And I believe all the prophets that came along to give his message. As long as, you know what the problem is? People's problems are they want to enforce their message upon you. Just, you know what? Just listen to the message from whichever angle you got it, whether it's Moses, Jesus, or they all say in peace.
Yeah.
Just take that message and run with it.
Focus on the good, yeah, 100%. Definitely.
That's my take on it,
yeah.
But I don't know.
No,
so, yeah.
I'm with you.
Why have you got...
Piers Morgan, this is another story that came up. It's not that interesting. 31 years ago, he used gay slurs in a story in The Sun.
In them times, if you were gay, you would have to see it. Do you want me to Google this fact as well? Because this was a fact. I think it was around the 1973.
Yeah, homosexuality was regarded as a mental illness.
Yeah, and now it's vice versa. So if you think so you can't blame him for being with the trend of the time.
I agree. But I don't think we shouldn't abuse. Well, you shouldn't abuse anyone. You shouldn't even abuse the mentally ill, even if you want to say that homosexuality is a mental illness. But
interesting fact.
Go on.
You know, everyone keeps. I mean, as a Shia, we don't really believe in Muhammad marrying Aisha, and I mean, we're not too keen about Aisha in that sense, anyway. But we don't believe that she married at the age of 9.
Okay,
now,
and I would add that there's debate within the Sunni community as to the age also.
Yeah, but that's just to say. I mean, the reason why they would say something along them lines is to say that she was untouched. She was basically a virgin, shall we say?
Okay.
But that is the impression that did. But what I was trying to get to, the reason why I mentioned this is because marriages, even in the UK, in the early, I think, 90s as well. I can't remember what date, but I can tell you for a fact it was Shah. You know, the one with the Savak. You keep saying.
Yeah. Your favourite, Shah Reza II.
Yeah, because of him, he changed the law from, I think it was either 12, from you were able to marry from 12-year-old or a 9-year-old, I think. He changed it and made it legal to 16.
Okay, he raised the age to 16.
Yeah, no, he made it 16. So that's why.
What a good guy.
My mum was, that's why. I mean, my mum was even married at that age. But that. So he was the first to introduce it into it. So at the time when he brought that law into place, everywhere else, I think, we're marrying 12-year-olds. It was like what year did UK change? Do you know?
Do you know, I've no idea of this, but isn't the point here that this is not something you can put a number on? You need to be mature enough. That's the bottom line. And the rule should be marry someone when they are mature enough to understand what they're getting themselves into. But because human beings are too stupid to understand that or to read between the lines, they have to say, no, give me a number. Is it 10? Is it 16? Is it 20? They need a number.
No, I mean, you can tell by the body. If you see a 16-year-old boy looking like an 18, 21-year-old, like, obviously he's mature, he can produce kids, or a 14-year-old, for example.
Yeah, if he's emotionally mature enough. Yeah. But the point is, you could be a 16-year-old with a mental age of 5, and it's legal, or you could be a 14-year-old who's actually quite mature.
I think.
But by the way, I agree that we should have a law, and I think 16 is quite a good number. But it's all what's the word? Subjective and culturally specific. But I do.
The UK is 16, isn't it?
Yeah, but it is.
It is 16.
But I do emphasise the fact that you mentioned there is speculation about 9 years old, and it's taken out of context. Why people feel desperate to fixate on it, I don't know.
They keep saying, Muhammad did it. But you know what? At that time, you tell me someone that didn't marry that was someone else at that age. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, everyone, it was
so why do your Shia deny it?
Because we don't... Okay.
A very big scholar whom I am a very big fan of, Imran Hussein, he rejects the notion that she was 9 years old.
Let me first of all, I'm going to literally, not in a bad way, I'm going to show you something really deep. Basically, if someone was one of the Sahabas, as they call it, if they were to do a mistake, then we would not accept. If one of their actions were not correct, then we would not accept them as a Sahaba or as a good person in that sense, right?
Is it not good to be a repentant sinner?
Okay, but listen to this.
Go on.
Now, there's a battle of Jamal. I don't know if you heard about this. The battle of where Imam Ali and Aisha had the bumping head, basically. What happened is Uthman was killed, and then Aisha thought it was Ali, and this is well documented in the Sunni. So now my question is, when she was going to the Battle of Jamal to go face Ali, okay, now as a Sunni you say Ali's the 4th Khalifa. Now if she's attacking the 4th Khalifa, who's in the right? Is she in the right, or the Khalifa that's the 4th? Do you see what I'm saying? You see,
it's
now,
a conundrum.
If that action of hers was incorrect, then all her hadiths are incorrect as well. This is what it comes down. See, this is how you go.
But hadith is not infallible. The Quran is infallible. The hadith, some are weak, some are strong, some are better than others. But only the Quran is infallible, as I understand it.
But this is how you decide whether it's okay. So this is what you
something doesn't have to be perfect to be good.
Yeah, but this is where you say weak. Her hadiths are dhaif or weak, or dhaif, as Arab would say. Yeah, dhaif. Which means weak. But that's because of her one action makes the rest of her questionable. Do you understand? It becomes mute. Everything else becomes mute about her.
Well, there's a phrase, throwing the baby out with the bathwater, Mac. I wonder if you're familiar with it.
No. Please elaborate.
As in, you've let one that you're getting rid of a lot of good just to get rid of some bad.
No, but I'm pointing out if she's attacking the fourth Khalifa, either she's in the right, and if she's in the right, then her hadiths are right. But if she's wrong in doing that action,
to quote George Galloway, even a stopped clock is right twice a day. You could be wrong about many things, but you could still be right about other things. It's not a reason to assume that someone must be wrong. Who said it? Oh, she said it. Oh, it must be not wrong then. She might be saying the sky is blue or water is wet.
This is where. Okay, but this is why they say hadith, whether or not it's reliable source, is based on the person's acts or amal, or what if they were good people, if they were liars as well. That was very important. These two things they take into mind. Now, we're not saying Aisha's a liar, but we're saying one of her acts was incorrect, and based on that incorrect act, we believe that therefore the rest of her stuff must be a bit weak, because if she was to make an incorrect decision at that point, I'm sure there are other discrepancies with her other stuff. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I'm not going to say that I'm an expert, but Mac.
No, but it's just the view that I've. But yeah, going back to the Shah, so he's changed it to 16. So in my opinion, this is what I'm saying. Shah, in so many ways, have done so. Yeah, or you're showing me. I didn't know even that it's Islamic related. I knew it was a stabbing, and then they shot the guy. I didn't know it was Islamic related.
Well, unfortunately, this terrorist is another Islamist who has spent time in prison, it would seem, and is out and is back at it again. He may well be mentally ill. He may be a mentally ill person who's been radicalized by some terrible
we all have mental
so-called
health issues, and
if you meet the wrong person at the wrong time in your life, they could convince you to do something terrible.
No, bro. At the